Ladies and gentlemen, an absolute honor and singular pleasure for me to be able to talk to you. President Roosevelt was once asked, "How long will it take you to prepare a 5-minute speech?" He said, 5 hours. He was then asked, "How long will it take you to prepare a 5-hour speech?" He said, "I'm ready now." What that is telling you is that to prepare a concise speech outlining your credentials, you better hit the high points very, very fast. Now, today I was slightly delayed coming here because as I was riding on the Amtrak, there was a bomb scare on the train where Wilmington, Delaware was completely shut down for nearly 2 hours. I asked the gentlemen, they said, "It's not about you." I said, "I'm attending the Sigma Xi meeting." Then they said, "Definitely not about you." So here I am, resplendent and addressing you who are my colleagues, my friends, my partners in a very visionary undertaking that was Sigma Xi. Now, what entitles me to stand in front of you here today? I have been an ardent cheerleader for the scientific enterprise, and everything that you have alluded to about scientific integrity is very much ingrained and inbuilt into my system. I began my journey with Sigma Xi as a graduate student of Georgetown University, where I got my PhD and I received the Sigma Xi Graduate Student Prize. So that was what got me realistically hooked, and I have maintained my association with that for years. I am an industrial chemist. What I have done after my academic life as a postdoc in MIT, Harvard, and all that, then I embarked on an industrial career which spanned Dow Chemicals, Abbott Labs, Cytomed. And my last industrial job was VP at Genzyme. I was privileged to be Scientist of the Year in 3 different companies company wide. Now, here is the sad reality: in all the mergers and acquisitions and all the restructurings, that did not save my job in any one company. So I decided to become a serial entrepreneur. And since then, I have set up 3 companies which are all running. People always ask me, "Why did you become an entrepreneur?" There are 3 big advantages. You can never be right sized, downsized, fired, or anything like that. The commute for work is from your bedroom to your office upstairs. That's a very short one. But the most important thing is, if ever you call in sick to the office, you are lying, my friends. So here I am, Mukund Chorghade. My name literally translated in another Indian language. In my own language, it means the divine soul. In another Indian language, slightly mispronounced, it means horse thief. Now, I am here to steal your hearts and definitely not your horses. Now, what have I observed over the period of time? I have been a serial entrepreneur. I am also a dyed in the wool academic. I have taught classes in many different universities. I continue to do that. I teach entrepreneurship. I teach the science of drug discovery and development. So I am what is called as an adjunct research professor of practice. Now, people say, "Why do you have a foot in both the camps, as it were?" My answer is relatively straightforward. If I'm in an academic group and I talk some nonsense, as I might do, I have a ready-made escape route. "Oh, well, I don't know, I'm from industry." And the same thing works in reverse as well. What has driven me, what has entitled me to whistle to work? I am a guide by the side. I'm not standing with the students as a sage on the stage. I really want to teach people that they have to be more flexible in career choices. In my time, you would get a job in an industry and retire 40 years later with a nice pension, having risen up the corporate ladder. Those days are gone. Today's people are endowed with a lot of new skills, but now let's refine them. Let us help them launch new companies and all that. One of the things that I would love to achieve in Sigma Xi, if I have the privilege of getting your votes, is to globalize this. I really want to take Sigma Xi overseas. I have lived and worked in USA of course, in India, in England, and France. There is a tremendous need for training in entrepreneurship. There is a tremendous need to inculcate all the scientific values that are embodied by Sigma Xi. What I pledge to you is a unstinted effort. I'm doing this for American Chemical Society, AAAS, Royal Society. I organize seminars, but I don't intend this to be just some bunch of people coming and giving lectures. We really go out of the way to help students. Somebody mentioned the students and postdocs. When they are in a university setting, all people want to listen to is how the professors can help them turn into nice academics. There is a lot more to that. I mean, there are careers beyond academia. Industry is widely overlooked. Now, I worked in pharma industry. My wife is in regulatory affairs at another pharma company. People say that pharmaceutical industry is the most regulated industry in the world. I live at home with a wife who is in pharma, who is in regulatory affairs. So you see, even at home, I live in a highly regulated environment. So
May I suggest that you cut it short?
okay, that's the end of me. So I will pledge you my maximum effort. Lastly, I want to acknowledge what an honor it is for me to run with two other distinguished scientists. But you know, this is a campaign. So I have to say something negative about my opponents. What negative can I say? Neither of them was born in India, neither of them worked in industry, and none of them went to school at Georgetown University. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr.